Hi everyone. So here at It's Consulting Time on ID 104 Radio, we solely believe in the purpose over popularity. So first and foremost, for the Stellar Awards and Stellar TV to truly shine light on individuals that are impacting gospel music, that is utterly amazing. So Mr. Jackson, Kiara, Naomi, to each of you, my question is, at this point in time, how are you able to still maintain your audience? Because gospel music went from the traditional Baptist sound that I'm accustomed to now really having so many artists cross over from country, from jazz and everywhere. So how are you able to maintain, your audience and captivate the collective?
I think it's a matter of just being true to who you are and connecting with your audience, like you said, letting them know, hey, I'm going through the same thing you're going through. Like, speaking of how long we've been in the genre, how long we've been in music, I now basically have grown up with my audience. It's been a blessing. So we literally have grown spiritually together through dating, through I don't know, school, college, high school. And I talked about those things along the way. So I think it's just the connectivity that has to do with just relating. And I think my audience enjoys the transparency that I'm willing to give in ministry. And I think that's what ministry is about, being vulnerable, but of course, having some for yourself as a public figure, what have you, but letting people know that, hey, if God brought me through this, that ain't just, he's not just a one-sided God. He can do the same for you. So I think that's the way to maintain and then let that evolution happen. So also speaking of, like how Naomi said, the grassroots of gospel music, incorporating that in somehow and making sure the trailblazers know that, hey, I appreciate how you blaze this trail for me. And I think it's ways of doing that, how we doing sampling now and things like that. So that's how I've maintained the audience. I love my audience too, by the way. We have fun. We have fun.
Yes, we do. I'm a part of her audience, so we have a lot of fun with Kiara. I think for us, our whole thing with Maverick City Music has been to collaborate with people that are doing this, that are actually doing it. I think our sound is unique, but our roots are based in worship music, and then we've brought in a lot of like songwriting elements, which tell stories. And I think, just as Kiki said, like, people want to hear stories. The stories are what connect us, and they have us to think of our own stories that we've had with the Lord. I think that the collaboration piece means that we get to make something and create music that's eclectic, that no matter who you are, you can relate to this, you can worship God. And think if we I think for us, I will say this. I think for us, the point is not to get fans, not to get people to like us, but to really show people who God is and get them to see him. And I think that God really, he really is his best PR person, like he just, when you worship him, people want to worship him. When you lift him up, people want to lift him up. Some will walk away, but I think most people want to get with that. And so that's how we've been able to maintain our audience. Me personally, I've kind of branched off, and my music sounds a little differently than the way it does with Maverick. And I think that that's good, because there are so many different sounds that we can bring together just to glorify God. And I honestly think that people are way more open to different styles of music than they've ever been before. We're out of that system where it was just one radio station and that's what you listen to, and you had to listen to whatever they played. Now we're on demand. We get to choose. We get Pandora, we get, Apple Music and Spotify. We get to choose what, and I'm telling you, my playlist looks okay. So I think that is true. I know I didn't say any words, but I think that is true for most people. Our playlist looks so different from one song to the next. And I think that what's happening now, because of technology and because of where we are, we're able to really give people what they actually want. I think this is what people have always wanted all along. So
Amen. Well, thank you so very much, and continue to focus on that purpose over popularity.
Thank you.